Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and if you're thinking about getting your eyes done, the only person to see is Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada. I flew all the way from New York to be here, and Dr. Rothman did my eyes. And all I could say is, it's a miracle. I could see. You see Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada.
From the Strip in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Pub Crawl, where each week we struggle to recall our adventures in and around Las Vegas, giving a unique perspective on the best places to tear it up in the entertainment capital of the world. Now, without further ado, here are your hosts, Alicia and David Ivey.
Hey there, and welcome to Pub Crawl, the best source of Vegas-y drinky goodness. I'm Alicia.
I'm David, and this week we started but not completed, not even got halfway through our downtown crawl.
All right, we've been meaning to start it, we finally did, and so
there's a lot to
so
do down
good.
there, so we just started. But first,
welcome the live studio audience. And as always, welcome the live chat room.
You know, I'm getting my hair done this week.
You are. You're going to look totally different.
Well, you
next
know, I
Pub
complain
Crawl.
that I'm too fluffy. Look at the fluff. See the fluff?
Yeah, you're
I'm
fluff,
going to
you're shiny,
mention.
too.
I'm going to mention the fluff in part of our adventure later.
I have a fluff here.
So, and we'll talk more about that.
About your
once
fluff?
I get a drink in me.
Ooh, is it that time so soon?
Cocktail of the week.
Woo.
This week, I don't even know if is it legal to even say what this drink is called? Am I breaking a copyright law?
No, you're not, because it could be somebody's name.
It's true.
It's called
A Nick at Night.
Nick at Night.
I don't know why it's called that. I have no idea why it's called that.
Maybe somebody Nick made it at night.
I don't know. Well, we tried one earlier, and I'm going to change it up because it stunk.
It kind of stunk.
It kind of stunk. So, it says to do
1.5 ounces of Cuervo Gold tequila.
that might have. Well, I'm using way better than Cuervo Gold. I'm using Davalos tequila, sponsor of the Pub Crawl.
Sponsor Pub Crawl. And after that, you're going to add 1.5.
Wait, that's 3. I'm doing 1.5.
You're making 2 right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 ounces of tequila.
Yep.
In the recipe, 3 ounces of peach schnapps.
But we're not doing that again.
We're going to cut that a little
in half
less because that kind of ugh.
Well, peach schnapps kind of sucks, so that's just something to realize.
4 ounces of sour mix.
I gotta say, if schnapps in general isn't quite my favorite thing in the world. So.
Well, when it's blended, you can't taste it too much.
Or when you're blended, you don't taste it.
Right.
Much.
Or when one is blended.
When one is, I don't mean you particularly. 4. That's 3.
So you're gonna make 8.
All right. Okay.
And 2 ounces of cranberry juice, so that'll be 4 total.
4 ounces.
Total for 2 drinks.
That cranberry juice, I think that's the problem.
Is it?
Oh, you know why? It's cranberry juice, it's not cranberry juice cocktail or whatever, like the stuff that's a little easier to get down.
It's actually a blend of 4 juices that makes it a cocktail.
Oh, I guess it does.
Steak and cream.
Oh, I was going to mention. Someone was mentioning they couldn't figure out how to. Sally was mentioning she gets this stuck. If you realize when you slam that in, it goes in at an angle. See, it's an angle. Turn that and hit it perpendicular, and it comes right out. Perpendicular to the angle.
Ah.
Did you see that?
Nice example. So I have a drunk term for this week.
What is it?
It is booze coupons.
I wish I had some of them.
So basically, this is a real easy one. It's just money.
Oh, do I do have some of that?
So hang on to your booze coupons.
Right.
Buddy.
That's pretty good at a strip club. Hey, man, don't spend on booze coupons.
Right. Need it for the ladies.
Right.
Did you just taste mine?
It's better.
It's
way
better with less
Way
peach
better.
schnapps.
That's gonna be that's a new trick. That's a new trick. Anything that says put schnapps in it, put half as much as it says.
That is a lot better.
That is considerably
Yeah,
better.
before it was like way overpowering with that schnappy. Ugh.
Is it night because it's kind of night colored? That's not night colored.
I don't think so.
It's Nick colored?
Maybe it's the color of Nick. Nick is kind of like tannish, kind of fleshy. It's like a flesh cube.
It makes my hair stand up. And we can't wait till next week. You're going to see what's going to happen to my hair.
Yep, Sunday.
Sunday. I'm going all dreads. Full
All
thing.
right.
None of this half dreaded, half stuck out thing. It goes by the hour. So it's 3 hours at $50 an hour. You know.
Which actually isn't too bad.
No, not really if you really think about it. But anyway, let's take a break and come back with Pub Crawl Adventure. Stay after station ID.
You know, one of the things I like best about the Vegas Video Network are the people. There are no divas here. Everyone is exactly the same off camera as they are on.
Hey guys, what's cocktail of the week this week?
You know what? I'll let you know what it is when it's time for you to know what it is. Why don't you get off the stage and get back in your production hole? Oh my God. You know what? And tell cheap-ass Whitney to get us some decent brand liquor. This hobo off-ramp crap ain't cutting it. God, idiots.
Totally.
Wow, that's how I felt. And we're
When?
back.
That's
Go
how
adventure.
you felt.
Okay, so downtown. Let me just start by saying a few things about downtown. I don't like anything in Vegas to fail. I love everything in Vegas.
Everything.
Well, okay, maybe not some ex-bands, but they're not been there. But other than
right.
other than some ex-bands, I don't want anything else to fail, and I don't dislike anything else in Vegas. I always root for Vegas, and when people do stupid things in Vegas, like they build a dumb hotel or do something, I don't like to. I still want to like City Center. I don't want to go there, but I hope a lot of people do go there and spend tons of money, just knock yourself out. I don't really want to go.
Jobs and, you know.
Yeah. You know, so I feel the same way about downtown. It's kind of a crap hole.
Oh.
I kind of hate it.
You just hate the main Fremont
Though
drag.
Yeah, I
right?
just hate the main part of it. The other stuff.
Is it because you worked there all last summer?
it's you know, Fremont's cut into different sections. There's East Fremont, which I love.
Yeah, it's cool.
Awesome. We have a great time there.
From a certain hour to a certain hour.
Right. The periphery,
Right.
great. But Fremont Street between, Main and Las Vegas Boulevard is kind of a crap hole. I don't like it.
I think it's got character.
It does.
I like it.
It's good if you're going to gamble. We don't gamble, so it kind of doesn't. That's not really.
It also
useful.
offers you a totally different vibe than the strip would. I think you kind of need the two to balance out.
I'm all for it. I hope it lasts. I hope it's here for another 100 years. I really do. I don't personally like it, but so anyway. First off, you go down there, you can't park anywhere. Parking down there completely blows.
Yeah.
Completely. So we ended up parking in the worst parking structure, I think, on planet Earth, this side of someplace in Singapore.
Which we've never parked in until last weekend.
It was at the D, formerly the Fitzgerald's. The D, I figured out what it stands for. Dump.
David.
They
They have that new long bar in there.
They have a new
very
long bar.
nice.
It's just a long bar. That's all it is. We sat in there. It's still, the people are nice. I'll give you this. The people that work down there are awesome. So anyway, go there, and that was where we headed. We headed over to Mob Bar, which we heard great things about Mob Bar. Now, this is not on Fremont. It's on 3rd Street, right behind, like on the side, parallel to Fremont. On an area that's nice. That's kind of cool. Place I kind of like. Mob Bar was a kind of an interesting thing. What'd you think?
So we went there. We kind of walked past it during the day one time, and really nobody was in there. And the vibe, I didn't think just from walking through was there.
Right.
When we went back again, it was at nighttime, and we actually followed that whole group of bicyclists in.
Right. It was a biker gang.
It was a biker gang.
But I mean, they really were a biker gang. They had like the leather and denim vests, but they all rode bicycles.
It was pretty cool.
And we actually knew a bunch of them. So when we went in, it was like, hey!
A bunch of punk rockers and rockabilly.
Yeah. It was actually pretty cool.
So anyway, inside, it was packed when we first got there.
Right. Well,
because it was also First Friday, so we had all these young kids in there and everything. And I thought it was pretty cool. This is their menu. It's very stylish. Look, can you get the glare off?
Right.
Very cool. They got food and they've got big drinks. And actually, I got a Clarabeau. It's a Jim Beam Devil's Cut bourbon. That Demande Canton, Falernum, green Tabasco, and fresh lemon.
Right.
And you got the Brass, which is the Old Forester birthday bourbon, Montenegro Amaro, Aperol, fresh lemon, bitter truth, Jerry Thomas. Drinks are about $9, $10.
Well, for a crafted cocktail.
The drinks, I mean,
Right.
it was actually really nice.
I will say the drinks were good. Service was dicey. A little dicey.
I think because they got swamped with all the
We
biker,
ordered.
the biker gang.
They didn't have something I wanted, so then, what else would you like? Oh, I need to look because I don't know what to get. And then the biker gang showed up, so it took me forever to get
Right.
a drink.
And actually, it took a while, and they probably should have comped you for that.
Probably.
Because they made you wait.
But it was a cool place. They play old mob movies, which I do like. I have a little bit of an issue with that because when you play movies at a bar or a party, people tend to watch it. And that could bite you in the butt. Because now people are watching the TV. And I'll never play movies. You never turn the TV on at a party because people end up watching it.
Or you do like Frankie's or Double Down, where you only play 30 seconds and then you switch it so that you really can't get into it.
That's a good point because they have TV too with no sound, but they don't. The clip is maybe 30 seconds long.
Yeah.
That's a good point. It's all mob themed, so it's all old mob movies. It looks like an old speakeasy, kinda.
It would be nicer if there was less windows in there. Make it a little more dark.
They did have a singer, like the guy.
Yeah.
Malade, oh, they had that guy in there.
I liked it.
It was okay. I give it a solid 5. It was not bad.
I give it a 6.
When it comes to mob bars, we have not reviewed it. Or maybe we have like years ago. It's Capos, and there's a new Capos that we should try. Now that is a mob-themed extravaganza.
And also something else we want to try too is the mob experience.
The mob museum, was right next door.
And apparently there's supposed to be a bar inside that experience where you can actually go and get a cocktail. And once you're inside the feature.
That's the one at Tropicana.
Okay, that one.
The one that this is next to is the one downtown. The bigger mob experience.
Okay.
The mob museum. The mob experience is at Tropicana.
Okay, so the mob experience has the bar.
Yes,
Okay.
at the Tropicana,
So we
which
still-
we
we
haven't
have to
done
try
that
that.
either. But, and that was his first stop. That was just the first stop on our little adventure. So, take a quick little break.
A quick little one?
Quick little break.
Okay.
And then we're going to go back to something that I didn't like and something that I did like.
All right.
So let's take a quick break, and we'll come back with the ups and downs of Las Vegas Strip. Of downtown,
Traditional media believes that after about 3 minutes, you'll tune out. Most Vegas media companies think if it doesn't jiggle, you won't tune in. At the Vegas Video Network, we think both are wrong. The Vegas Video Network is the first and only live online broadcast network that specializes in insider news and expert views about Vegas. We combine great storytelling with the ability to watch when and where you want on your computer, mobile device, or television. Discover the real Las Vegas. Visit VegasVideoNetwork.com.
And we're back! Hey, you know what? If you want to get a hold of us, several ways to do that.
Yes.
Email. We're pubcrawl@vegasvideonetwork.com. That's pubcrawl@vegasvideonetwork.com. We on Twitter are the LV Locals.
What's that contact number, David?
Well, there isn't one, but the network is Vegas Video Network on Twitter. If you want to call us, you don't call no number anymore. This is the future. You go to the website, click the little talk button on the far right-hand corner.
Oh, you don't want to give out your personal number?
I wasn't going to give out my personal number. No, I was not. On Roku, KSHP AM every Saturday in Las Vegas. You can hear us. What else we got? iTunes, leave us a review. All that. YouTube, of course. YouTube's always a good one. We have a page on Facebook.
Yes.
Group/LV Pub Crawl.
We better get back into this adventure.
Let's get back into it. Okay, so we leave Mob Bar. We go down Fremont Street. Didn't go into many of the hotels because you got kind of my opinion on some of the hotels. Like I said, if you're going to go gamble, great. But so we go to the Plaza, which is way at the end. They did a remodel. It's nice, I guess. It's like it's new. It's different.
I think it's nice.
Okay. No. The redesign is cool.
They did a really good job.
It's still not the greatest place out front because you got the bus station next door.
Oh yeah, the Greyhound station.
Pretty net. Well, first off, you just left the canopy. Okay, now you're no longer in the Fremont Street experience. Now you're just on a city street. Just like a regular Joe. So you go. So it's a little dicey. Anyway, so you go into Plaza. Plaza's nice.
It's fine.
We go into Swingers Club. Great name for a bar that's a golf-themed bar. Swingers Club. Get it?
I thought it'd be naughty when I first went in there, but it wasn't.
It was the opposite of naughty.
And it was packed.
It was packed. It had something that I'm no fault of theirs. It's all me. if I go to another dueling piano bar and they play nothing but Bon Jovi and Journey, I'm seriously going to grab a deer rifle and get on top of the stratosphere and
Yeah,
start
he
killing
was getting very agitated. He's like, no. They did play Journey.
Let's call this episode "Please Stop Believing," because if I hear "Don't Stop Believing" one more time, and you know what made matters worse? As we were leaving the Fremont Street Experience,
The band was
there was a band playing that right there at the end.
just to irritate you.
It's like, oh, they're playing "Don't Stop Believing."
But you should be happy because Town Square, the Dueling Piano bar, gone.
Now, don't misunderstand me. I think the dueling pianos at New York are awesome. Always a great time. So this place, it was
You
a
have
little.
to be in the right mood for it.
It was a little nerdy, but whatever. So we hang in there, had a couple drinks. We checked in. You got free. We got two for one shots when you do a Foursquare check-in,
Yep,
which was
so
cool.
I did one and then you did one.
Right, which always works out in our benefit. Listen to the pianos. People are having a good time.
Yeah.
Very touristy, but cool. Whatever.
There's a couple. Was like a whole table full of couples, and the lady called the couples up, and the girls didn't want to dance to "I Got a Big Butt" or whatever, but
Right.
the guys did.
Right.
And they were just standing there videotaping them. Oh, how embarrassing!
Another. Well, that goes back to
How
my other problem.
embarrassing
You know
for the
what?
guys.
I don't want to sing. I don't want to karaoke. I don't want to do any kind of dancing, any kind of audience participation when there's some douchebag doing this with a camera.
Yeah.
That
like
I
that
can't.
close.
They do, and they were doing that. These poor guys were trying to do "I like big butts," but their wives are like, you know what?
and they wouldn't do it.
Let's
It's
call
like,
that
hey,
a
chickens, you
buzzkill.
guys get up there.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's a drunk term. Buzzkill. That's your douchebag friend holding the camera at you while you're singing karaoke.
Trying to have a good time.
Yeah, or whatever you're trying to do, and they're like. Anyway, so we headed back. We went back by Mob Bar. We're like, let's go back check it out, 'cause we didn't really care for it the first time. But wait a minute, Hogs and Heifers, which I think I'm going to hate, is right next door. That's kind of a biker bar in quotations. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's not really like a real biker bar, but it is kind of a biker bar.
That's the kind of clientele that they kind of want.
We went in there in the daytime one time and hated it. And we talked about it on the show because it was like three pretty hot chicks in little shorty shorts with megaphones screaming at you.
And us and about 3 other people, so it didn't really make sense. And the
It was
music
like-
was blasting. It's like, I can't even hear you.
Yeah, she's like, have another drink, yes. It's like, okay, you know what? I can't handle it.
Yeah.
But you know what? You fill that with 100 drunk people. That was the funnest bar we've been in a long time.
And it was awesome because it's like 3 times it happened where they said, clear the bar, and everybody has to pick your drinks up or anything, like your purse, whatever.
Right.
And then the bartender chicks, they get up on the stage, or up on the bar,
Right.
and they have the girls that want to do it too.
Like anybody in the crowd can get up and
and just dance
with
and
mini
walk
skirts
together.
and like no underwear, and they're like
Yeah.
shaking their Iowa butts, and you're like, whoa.
They did sanitize the bar right after the people walked by, though,
Yeah,
which was
which
good.
was
So I
good.
don't know what's falling out.
Hogs and Heifers was out. We were there till 3-something in the morning.
Yeah.
Like we did the first 2 places. We're like, We went there, and it just. I mean, the music was fantastic.
Drink prices weren't bad.
They weren't bad. It's cash only. Remember that.
Yeah.
And it's not bikerish.
There's like tons of bras, like in panties
it's
and
piles
stuff
of bras
hanging.
and panties, but it's all girls that work there, and like the biggest dude I've ever seen.
Oh, the biggest bouncer dude. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Hodor was working there.
Yeah.
Like, that guy
Whoa.
was insane. So it's totally safe, really fun. That place, I give an 8, 8.5.
Yeah, it was
I would
fun.
go back for sure. They're having a barbecue next Saturday, a
June
luau.
10th, a luau with the barbecue and a kiddie pool. And I don't know what you could do in that. But
Right. So it was absolutely incredible.
yeah, we will go
That
back.
was just stop one on our downtown adventure that will probably continue next week, maybe.
Maybe.
Hi, this is Sam Seegers, and you're watching the Vegas Video Network, and we thank you for doing that.
And we're back! Man. So anyway,
Okay.
downtown. That was our first stop. We've been meaning to do and there's a bunch of downtown stuff we want to do.
Oh, there's still a drink and drag, which I'm going to have to drag you to.
There's
And there's a
Heart Attack Grill.
Heart Attack Grill.
there was a couple we were hanging out with. We're like, okay, you know what? We should all go to Heart Attack Grill together. It might have been Jacob and Sally. Well, it couldn't have been Sally because she doesn't eat meat, so she could have
No,
been
that
in there.
wouldn't
For us. Then we let's get a hamburger split it 4 ways.
Yeah.
I know, because that's the only way you can eat that. And even still, probably 1,000 calories. But
And then getting the shake, it's just like
we're not
straight
gonna
butter.
eat a shake.
Whoa, I don't know.
We're gonna try that. There's a bunch of places down there we want to try, and so We're gonna do more of the downtown kind of.
A lot of
side
new
thing.
places.
I know it's still, but when the time comes to go out, we have to make a decision where we're gonna go.
Yeah,
it's
commit.
never like, let's go to the California club. Like, oh no, can we not?
Oh, just.
But I'm getting over that. I'm getting over it. I'm
Good.
gonna get down there.
Okay. Well, we have a Hey Bartender.
Hey bartender.
Yes. And we're back.
We're back. All right.
So we have an email from Kat. Just watched last night's Living in Las Vegas.
Hey, they're in the house.
There does seem to be a lot of booze consumed on Vegas Video Network shows. My kind of shows. My wife awoke me this morning to see my bartender cousin on the news. He was the person who turned me on to cocktails when we first dined at his restaurant West 6 years ago. At home, we usually drink sangria, a relic of our adventures in Spain 10 years ago, and various brands of apple cider. But the world of possibilities cocktails offer is too interesting not to explore when we go out. I've had some great cocktails in Vegas and would like to know what the Ivies consider their favorites.
Whoa.
So.
Well, I'll tell you that one at the Mob Bar wasn't bad,
Yeah,
but I wouldn't put it on the list.
I mean, mostly just the classics.
Well, the classics, okay.
Are what I enjoy. I'm
without
not gonna
going
say
too
my
crazy.
favorite.
Everybody says Vesper is the best bar in Vegas, and I hate to say it, it is.
It is.
I really do. It's Vesper at the Cosmopolitan is the best tasting drinks in Las Vegas, in the world. I mean, you're not getting better than that. What did we hear they had last time? So, vinegar.
A plum vinegar.
Yeah, but they made themselves. They were steeping or infusing plum vinegar for drinks. They just have that stuff laying around.
They fermented their own plum vinegar. It's like,
yeah, I mean,
it's insane.
So you go in there and you just get these crazy drinks.
They're mad chemists in there, and you just walk in there. You tell them your base spirit that you like.
Right. And what kind of flavors you like.
And
like if you're a rum drinker, you say I want rum, and I like vanilla. Just let them.
And you should actually try that next time you're out, because I bet when you tell them, exactly those things, what you like. You're gonna say that's the best drink I've ever had, because I've heard we've taken several people there, and they said, "Oh my God,
it's so good."
It's so good.
It's not the only place in town that does that, though. I mean, Herbs and Rye is a classic place. They've got good drinks.
Yeah.
But the Wynn, the bartenders at the Wynn will do the same thing.
Fusion Bar. Also.
Bar Venetian, one of our favorite places. We haven't even talked about that place.
Maybe next week.
Maybe how awesome that was, and same thing. Tell them what kind of drinks you want. And that's kind of the secret. Order off the menu, that's fine, especially if it's classics, because you can't really mess too much with classics unless you really know what you're doing. But some of these places, when these got these killer bar, downtown cocktail room, speaking of downtown, tell them what you like. I always get in trouble with what flavor do you want? They don't really know. It's like, I want gin.
Or you just say, I want something smoky, or I want something.
See, that's a good. Yeah. See, if you like scotch, you can even say, I want a tequila. I like tequila tonight, but I want something smoky. Let them do it.
And now there's a lot of spicy drinks. I'm noticing a lot of like pepper infused drinks.
Or cayenne in it.
Yeah, that seems to be kind of.
Even one of our bartender buddies that was at Cosmo is now over at Blue Martini.
Oh yeah.
So we go in there. We bring our own smoked salt. Do we have a problem?
No, I don't think so. Well, because we know that there's a drink genius working there, so you have to make something.
Hey, we brought some smoked salt. Can you rim the glass with that and make something whatever? And in fact, that's how we're talking to him is how we got to Fusion. No, how we got to the Wynn with the best gin on the face of the earth.
Oh yeah.
And I don't remember what it's called. Because it wasn't planned for the show, but we were at Blue Martini. He introduced us to the rep for that gin from Southern Wine and Spirits and the rep for this gin. They said, "What's your favorite gin?" I'm like, "I don't know, Beefeater." What do I know? He's like, "Oh, have you tried blah, blah, blah?" It's only at the Wynn. We went, but we'll do that on a different show because that's something totally we're talking about.
And you can't get it from Lee's or Southern Wine.
No, you got to get it there.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, but anyway, thank you, live studio audience.
Thank you, live chat room.
Live chat room. Remember, you can email us at pubcrawl@vegasvideonetwork.com. That's pubcrawl@vegasvideonetwork.com. Twitter, we're the LV Locals. Follow us, please. The network is Vegas Video Network. Leave us a voicemail on the website. You can go and do that any old time. iTunes, YouTube, Roku is that little box that plays all the videos for you, including us in high def. Remember, we may leave stuff out, as you just heard, but we do not make stuff up. Until next week.
Cheers.
Cheers.